Hi, I'm Sherry and welcome back to another studio vlog. Got a lot of funny things, sewing machine related things that happened this week I wanted to share with everybody. And I hope everybody is doing well and having a good day. It's getting so muggy here. We've gotten so much rain and it's so hot. I hope your weather's better than ours. My garden just literally with all this rain, my tomatoes have all died. I had them up in planters as well. They just look terrible. Some things are doing okay, but it's just the weather's been crazy around here. We've been getting so much rain. I noticed the weather's kind of wacky all over the place. So I don't know if it's just the time of the century or what. But anyways, I hope you guys are all doing good. So in today's video, I want to talk about some sewing machine issues that I've had. And maybe it'll help you guys. One of them is I started using my Singer Heavy Duty again. I'll show it to you here. I'm able to use this one again. This is a machine I started upcycling with and I absolutely loved it. But it just started skipping stitches. I used it to sew a lot of denim, and I know that I knocked it out of time. I thought I said it right, but then I found a video of a guy, I don't know if he was from the Bronx, but he talked like that, and he made it so clear and easy of how to set one of these machines, the timing on it. I was able to set it within minutes, and it's working beautifully, but I went to make a tutorial. I was working on a tutorial today, and every time I'd go to sew with it, it just made the clank, like a bangity bang, clank, clank, and you'll hear it in some of the video footage. Terrible noise, and I was starting to get mad, and it was affecting the tutorial even, and you'll never believe what it was. This bobbin is not made level. It's at an angle. It's created an angle, and that made it rock in there. I thought I had it fixed. And it's going to clangety bang, 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 bang. And it's just badly produced bobbin. So I'm going to throw it away. I'm not going to use it, but I just wanted to show it to you. I got it out and I looked at it. And one side is actually, you probably can't tell, but one side is actually lower. This side here is actually lower than that side. Isn't that crazy? They were a really messed up bunch of bobbins, and I got them from Temu, so you know I got them super cheap, but some of them, the plastics were really thick on them, wouldn't fit right in the bobbin case holder. Not that they would be made any different had I bought them anywhere else. It's just mass-produced stuff from China. Most of them work fine. I think I've thrown away 3 now, so this one's going bye-bye as well. But yep. It's working. It's super fast. That's one reason I like it. And it goes through denim better. I break fewer needles with it. And I've been doing a lot of denim lately. So I have it. And I keep getting frustrated with my Bernina. I love it, but I keep getting frustrated. It keeps missing stitches. And I finally also figured out what its problem is. One batch of needles I got. The base of them is too fat for the needle holder. So I think I'm getting it up in there all the way. I can't get it up any further. And I'm you know, who gets down and looks up in there to see if it actually touches? You just put it in there and slide it up, right, till it hits and you tighten it. Well, it wasn't going all the way up. So when it would try to make the stitch, it was missing. So I figured that out, and now I have my Bernina back too, which is great. I've got both of my favorite machines. This machine here, if you guys are looking for machines, it actually sews. This is my backup machine. It actually sews really nice, and there's nothing super fancy on it. Very reliable. I've seen these go for $50 on like Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace. This little machine, it's heavy. It's solid built. The stitch selection is very simple. You're not going to have a bunch of electronic features and stuff going, you know, messing with you. The only thing I didn't really like about it, and my problem with it is, for stitch length, it's just got a little, they expect you to kind of set it and leave it. And I didn't really like, I'm used to my Bernina's zigzag. This one just looks different. It's just a little bit wider, and so when I try to set it narrower, or widen it or narrow it, it won't let me. get the stitch look I want, but it's still a really good zigzag. I use it all the time as my little backup machine. Whenever my others go down, it's so faithful, like I can always count on it. So it's an excellent little machine. If I was just gonna had a limited budget and could only get one machine, I probably would pick something like that. So this one here has been in retirement for a long time. I'm happy to be using it again. Super happy. It's very fast. And I won't forget about my Bernina. I love my little Bernina. It's very reliable. Now that I found out it's just the needle situation, I was like, how is it doing that? I mean, how did it get out of time? It never gets out of time. So anyways, if you want a video on how to set this, if you have one, or I can send you the link. If I can find it, I will link it below to the guy that I watched how to set this, because it was so fast. He's so fast how he taught how to do it. And he had to mess with the underneath carriage of the ones. He said it comes in his shop all the time. And I know why. It's so powerful because it's meant to be able to sew through so much denim that it hits so hard. That's how it knocks itself out of time. But mine wasn't that. I didn't have to do anything to the bottom of it. It was just kind of sewing, but it would just skip every now and then. And it was literally a 1/16 of an inch off. But it was so easy to follow his instructions and reset it. I'm super happy to have it back. The other news, my sewing news, is I did have sort of a negative review on my shop, 3 of them. Somebody bought 3 pieces, really nice of my nice pieces. And, you know, we had this discussion before about what to do with people that leave negative reviews. Some of you have voiced fears of that. And then somebody said, well, just contact them and you can usually work it out. And the problem with that is when you do it that way, they should have contacted you first and said, hey, I have an issue with this item. Because in my shop, I have a 7-day return policy. You can contact me at any time. For those of you who placate that group of people, that's how they're doing that to get discounts from you. They're holding your shop hostage to get discounts. If they were seriously wanting to return an item or had a serious problem, they're going to contact you through the message system and say, hey, I have a problem with this item. They don't just up and dump a negative review. So they're not interested in really working it out. They just want some discounts and things like that and hold your shop hostage. Just don't play the game. Here's what I do is, and you can go read my response. It's a great time to plug your item. Explain what this is my top seller. These are the great features about it. And, you know, I have a 7-day, you know, I've got a return policy. And unfortunately, and I have to now block you from shopping here. And the reason why is because Etsy punishes people who don't have 5-star reviews on their shops. They punish them by not promoting their shop. So the people who are playing this game are really not nice people, because what they're doing is messing with your livelihood for a little selfish gain for what, 10, 20% discount on something else. I would never trust that person to sell to them again if they leave me a negative review, because they don't care about my livelihood, my income, about me. I already have things in place. If I make something and there's something wrong with it, you know, if you get something and the armholes aren't the same size or something's wrong with it, I want you to contact me because I want a return customer. I want you to be happy, but I'm not going to play the game with people who are just looking for coupons and discounts and then hold your shop hostage. But I do want to tell you, once you respond to someone in the comment section, they can't take it back and you can't take it back. It's the way it is and you've locked it in. And I think this is great. I think that it is like final words are said and then everybody moves on. I've rarely had this happen to me. So if you're thinking about opening an Etsy shop, this is a very rare thing that will happen. You'll come across somebody like that. And I just block them. You have the option to block anyone from your shop. And that's the thing I like about it. You know, when you're working for a crap corporation, they make you just take so much abuse. But it's your shop. Guess what you can do? You can show people the door. And it actually feels really good just to say, hey, nope, you're not my customer anymore. And just shut the door on them. And you know what? The good people, the people that understand upcycling, understand that it's not the same as store-bought clothing, and they love upcycling, and the good people, they'll stick around and they'll stay with you. And yeah, any serious problems, you know, I'm right there. I'm right there. And I've only had a few leave negative reviews. One of them did it for shipping, but it was Etsy's fault. It was an international thing. Etsy held it too long at their office. I think that was during the COVID thing even. And they left me a negative review. And I'm like, no, it wasn't even my fault. It attacks my shop. And even if they may not have understood that, I can't have somebody shopping that's going to do that. So I suggest you do the same thing for your shop. You have to defend yourself. It's your livelihood, or it could be your potential livelihood. And you just have to make those calls for yourself. But don't placate them. Don't encourage the little thieves who hold your shop hostage. Say, okay, I'll say something nice if you give me a 20% discount. Or let me have it for free. You know, just don't encourage that. Oh, another thing is I got a couple big orders of shirts in. So if you are one of those who likes to buy the apron style tunics I make and things like that, I will be making quite a few of them coming up. So that's coming to my shop really soon. In the next week or two here, I'm going to start pumping them out. And yeah, I'm trying to use up things in my studio, come up with creative ways, because I want to move into new products. I mean, I get tired of seeing the same print, and you know, my customers, I don't want them to buy the same types of fabrics over and over again. Like, you know, that's a bad thing. If you have a lot of one fabric, it ends up being in a lot of your upcycle. So I've decided that anytime if I buy a little bit of fabric to go with the plaid, that it's going to be small portions so that I can really mix it up and do that. So, but yeah, I've got a lot of things in the works, a lot of things I'm going to be making, and I appreciate you guys joining me in this. I'm trying to think of anything else going on in the studio. I'm so happy about this machine. It sews denim so well. It'll sew a stack of like 7 pieces of denim together. I really liked it. It worked great and very reliable at first when I got it. And then I think I was doing a denim waistband, and it hit really hard and it knocked it out of where it could no longer do a zigzag right. And I was just so sad. And I went and bought a cheaper, like, I think it's that one up there, like a Montgomery Ward. I bought it like a Montgomery Ward, but it could not make a zigzag either. I didn't even look at that when I got it. It just had the straight foot in it, you know, with the single hole. And I didn't realize, they didn't say it couldn't make a zigzag. So, but I got it so cheap for like 20 bucks with shipping that I just kept it, and I have fixed it. I just need a couple more parts for it. I broke the presser foot lifter, and I can't find one because it's so old. It's a vintage machine. So if I find that and I get it in good operation, then, you know, I might even give it away to somebody that needs a machine. It smells a little bit like smoke, and it's been used quite a bit. That's what you get when you can't just see it in person. But then, of course, I've got my Bernina, which is very reliable. Now this one, hopefully, and this one, that should be all I need. So if I see somebody in need around in my community, I might just pass it on. So personal news, you guys won't believe it. Once out of every 5 years, I get plums on my plum tree. And this was a year, and I even beat the coons to them. So I was pretty stoked. I got like a bowl full of these little I don't know if they're Stanley plums, but they're these little plums, and they're so delicious. And I just felt like I found the gold at the end of a rainbow. And you know, that's got to be a good sign, right? That good things are in store for me when I feel like the planets and everything has to align for me to get any plums off this tree. And because I thought the frost took most of them, of the blooms, and then I noticed when I was mowing that there was a corner of the tree, of the branches, the lower branches, and one corner that the frost didn't get. So I thought, oh, the coons will beat me to them anyways. I never beat the coons to them anytime they have them anyways. Because the tree leans like this, it's very hard. If it was straight, I could probably build a defense around the trunk, but the tree goes like this. So the coons are very creative about getting up in the tree, and I have tried to protect it. I have put it in the pen with the dog, but usually by the time it gets The plums get ripe. It starts being warm enough that my dog, she's Great Pyrenees, she hates the heat. She wants to stay in the AC. So so the coons still get them anyways. They'll just crawl. I have electric fence around it, and they'll just crawl right under it. They don't care. They don't care. One year I put a camera out and watched them, and they were snacking on them, and they'd crawl up the tree and look in my camera because there's a little light flashing. Like what? They're cute, but oh my gosh, they're so smart, and they're so hard to keep out of your stuff. They're so frustrating. But anyways, I got my plums, so all's good, and they're so delicious. I hope you guys are having a great day. I think I'm going to get off this, make this kind of short and sweet for this week. That's my studio news update. I'm so stoked I got this main machine because it's so fast, and I'm trying to do sort of like the industrial type quick sewing, making things fast. So I think this is going to really help me out. So we'll see. I'll let you know next week how it went. If I got mad at it, had to put it away again. Oh, so thanks for joining me, guys, today. And I hope all your sewing projects are working out. And I will see you in the next video. And until then, guys, happy sewing. Bye.